Hi, I'm Keith. I've been selling wetsuits for about 20 years, running Prince's shop. You get to know these neoprene bits and pieces really well. If you're going to choose a wetsuit, you really need to take a bit of consideration in where you're going to use it, what time of year you're going to use it, and how much warmth you need. Because they vary greatly. You can buy 2mm shorties right the way up to 6mm thickness. So if you're skiing up in the North Sea, pretty much every time you're going to need a 5 or 6mm. Skiing on the south coast midsummer, short is pretty much all you'll need. The temperature in the sea's around about 15 to 16. Sun's out, what better? We'll probably start with the shorties, that's the easiest one. Various different brands on the market. We've got O'Neill here, there's XL, Gull, Solar, many different choices. And pretty much every suit you might decide to buy, it's always advisable to try on one or two, because the cut in each suit is very, very different. O'Neill may fit you really well. You may try an XL, baggy around the waist, under the arms. And if a suit's baggy, it really doesn't work. It has to be like a second skin, which some people find really odd and sometimes uncomfortable. Jump in the water, the suit floats around because your body contracts. Moving on from that one, we then really go into the long sleeve version. Same style of suit, just got the extra legs, extra piece of arm, so that keeps you much, much warmer. Most suits these days are rear entry zips. You often see someone who's got a rental suit on with a zip at the front. It looks pretty peculiar and it's uncomfortable. Moving on up then, we move into the winter suits. Basically the same suit, much thicker material, so slightly heavier. Most of the materials these days are very, very stretchy, so it really does make life easy. You don't get the fatigue of really struggling to try and move. If you look inside a winter suit, what we've now got, the zip is a separate section and we've got a barrier inside, so that stops that flush of water coming through. And also in a winter suit we have what they call a firewall, which is like a fleece lined material, just to give you that little bit of extra warmth. Plus all the seams are taped, so it keeps most of the water out. Again, loads of different brands. My advice is to try as many on as you can. That way you're going to get the optimum fit. For the ladies, because they're a very different cut to us, nice and tapered in at the waist, got a lady shape, so everything fits as it should do. As I said earlier, a wetsuit has to fit like a second skin. If it doesn't, you may as well not wear one, you will be cold. Price in a wetsuit, you can spend anything. Start from £20, Tesco's or Sainsbury's. I'd advise not to get those suits. They're great for the beach, but if you want something that's going to work really well, warm material, ultra flexible, spend around about £50 or £60 on a good shorty. About £100 on a long suit. And then if you're really into your sport, then I'd say spend about £180 to £250. If you want an all-out winter suit, top quality, is going to keep you warm through those freezing months, you pay around about £350, but that's really for the enthusiast. You've got to be on the sport to want one of those suits. And that's just a little bit of advice on buying a wetsuit.